You know, a lot of times when these folks are caught in their anti-black racism, they never want to take accountability whatsoever. They always switch into a victim mode when they're being held to account. Now, case in point, Tarrant County Judge Boyd, she have a lady in front of her that has some charges put on her. And I want you to hear exactly what she says when she's being held to account about her anti-black racism in court.
All right. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We would like to.
All right. Explain to me, what's an in knocked? That's in the police report. The officer said suspect 1 stated that victim 1 had in knocked on her door.
And they knocked on their door trying to.
No, I'm asking.
Constantly.
No. What is an in knock?
Knocking.
Yeah, what is that?
Going and knocking on a door and running.
But why is it knocking?
That's what.
Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't no? Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't Asian knocking? Why isn't some other knocking? Why is it called that?
No, that's just the way they say it.
No, that's the way you say it, because that's what you said.
That's what they. That's basically. I mean, all right. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I'm just trying to figure out why. Why would you call it that?
It wasn't to be racist. The kids just kept knocking and knocking on my door, constantly doing that to me. They live upstairs. I did not touch this kid, and I really don't even want to sit here and plead to say that I did.
Oh, you can go. We can have a jury trial.
I don't want to do that because he says that's not the best thing to do.
No.
I just lost. Look, I lost a child. My son was 19 years old, was murdered just 2 years ago. I'm under a lot of stress already, so I'm just trying to get out of this and get it as easy as
just what?
I'm just stressed out enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So do you want a jury trial?
No, I don't. I just want to get this over with, do the probation and whatever I have to do.
All right. So what was the race of
You asked me that question. If you knew the answer to the question.
What is the race of the complainant?
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Everyone's Hispanic in the instance.
Mm-hmm. And if I knew the answer, I don't know why you would say that. That's why I'm trying to figure out why you're saying it, because in the police report, they say you were intoxicated. So I'm trying to figure out.
Intoxicated.
That's what it says in the police report. It says suspect stated V had knocked on her door and she came outside to see who knocked. And victim's family came down the stairs yelling at her, accused her of hitting the victim. Suspect kept saying she did not want to tell her side of the story and tried to walk away to go inside. I detained suspect to investigate further. And it says in here that there was signs of drinking.
I don't see a crime in drinking in your own home. I was in my own home.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because I have to set conditions for you. Is this an anger problem? Because they want you to do.
I'm sorry that you caught me off guard with the question that you asked me. I feel like you're kind of in a setup, I felt kind of set up with that question. I understand it's not a word to be used, and I understand that I used it in the wrong word, in a wrong way, and I apologize for that. So I'm sorry.
There's more in here that you said. You're using profanity. I am trying to figure out, because it says suspect had a strong odor of intoxicants on her.
Now, did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? She was asked, why did you say that? What does that word even mean? And it's like, oh, that's just what I heard it mean. And then she asked her, well, why has it been other groups of people named in front of that knocking? Why it has to be an anti-black slur? Then she went into, oh, my son died. Oh, I've been stressed. They always do that every time. You know how many years I've been covering this anti-black racism? Oh, my dog died, and that's why I said what I said. Oh, my cat died. Oh, I lost my job. Oh, my girlfriend left me. Oh, my husband left me. It's always something that happened to you, so you spew out anti-black racism. No. It's not that her son lost his life. It's not about her being stressed. It's that anti-black racism was already in this woman. And you let was already in you come out of you. And then when you're being held to account in front of a black judge about why did you say that, now you're trying to blame everybody else that has nothing to do with it. Your son, who isn't here anymore, you can't sit up here and bring him up. Stress didn't make you say anything. You chose to say what you chose to say. And the cops actually put that in the report. They never want to take accountability of what they do. Every time they start off as the aggressor, then when they being held to account, they're the victim. Just like that situation in Wisconsin the other day with the woman said the N-word to the Somalis. She's the victim now. Oh, my God, they victimizing me. All because people, they held her to account. I'm the victim. The other one that they called the little boy, the N-word. Oh, I'm the victim. Every time you're being held to account, you're the victim. You always run around here talking about a victim mentality and playing the victim, but you are projecting, because that's exactly what y'all do. Every time you're being held to account, because you see what it is that you're raised in a system where you can just do whatever you want and nobody's going to tell you anything. That's where that stemmed from. Then you get to a point where the country is changing constantly, and now you're being held to account on the things that you are saying that is not right for you to say. Now, if you want to report something to the police, go ahead and do it. That's your business. But you don't have to sit up here and use that terminology, because this is the thing. When you use that terminology and then you commit a crime like an assault or whatever afterwards, that can be labeled a hate crime. It can. And y'all don't, but when they tell you you've been charged with hate crime, like, what? Well, I didn't do nothing. Yes, you did. You said a slur. And hate crimes, that if you're saying a slur about somebody's race, religion, you're saying somebody's gender, a whole host of other things, you can be charged with a hate crime on the state level and federal level as well. And then you're the victim all of a sudden. How many times have your anti-black racism gotten y'all in trouble? It's very expensive. It really is to be an anti-black racist. It's very expensive. It's cost you jobs, good jobs. I like that video I saw a couple of weeks ago. Well, a woman that was making $250,000 a year, she lost her job, a good job, because she was upset that the company brought in a black woman to be the CEO, and she didn't even get considered for the position. And she was mad about the changes the black woman was making. So they was on a Zoom call, and she thought she was muted, but she wasn't. And she just went to just bombing it up about the black CEO, and to one of her white coworkers screamed at her and said, hey, called her name and said, you're not muted. And she lost that good job, all because of her anti-black racism. They lose everything behind that. You would think, okay, they claim they got a high IQ. That's what they claim. People with a high IQ will be like, okay, I don't even want that word in my mouth, because I don't want to be used to saying any words like that. That way, if I'm mad or whatever, it just won't come out. There's a lot of things you can say about a person without using a slur, but they always go to that particular slur, because I told you that is cultural for them. You got to remember, they created that word. We didn't. It's their cultural creation. And they get so upset when somebody tells them you can't use a word from your culture. They get very upset by it. They feel that it's their right to say that word. It's their right to treat black people any kind of way they want to, and nobody should be able to say nothing about it. But here's the thing. It's a new day. Your numbers are tanking. You're going to be the minority. You're not going to be able to get away with that stuff forever. It's better to get along with black people. It's better to try to do reparations. So when you are the minority, hey, we cool at this point. It's not an issue. But knowing your arrogance, you're not gonna want to do nothing until you're forced to. Listen, if I was part of their community, that's what I would be like. Hey, man, let's just do these reparations. Let's just go ahead and break bread with them right now, because when we become a minority, we don't need certain problems. That would be the wise thing to do. But I don't feel bad when they crying them crocodile tears. I was like, look, you wasn't crying. You wasn't talking about your son. You wasn't talking about your stress before you said it. So why are you talking about it now? No, you deal with your issue and problem. Your anti-black racism is what got you in trouble. Deal with it.